Never mind, I must... What?
Herr Lawrence. Please.
Oh, thanks so much.
It was left at the desk of the hall porter. It was marked very urgent.
Thank you. That's fine.
When I was just a little boy, I asked my mother, what will I be?
You'll make a fine doctor.
Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me.
Just before he died, you remember that, madame?
Wait a minute.
He said you have to go.
I'm sorry. Excuse me, I've got a message from my wife.
Que sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera. Oops.
What will be, will be.
Da-da-da-da. Oh, you're divine. Why?
They've taken him away.
But Mrs. Drayton brought him back to the hotel.
Darling, you haven't told them anything, have you?
Not yet, Mrs. Lawrence, but I think he's just about to.
Jill, dear, this is Mr. Gibson of the Foreign Office. Come to see us.
How do you do? Oh, of course, I quite understand. But I think if you listen to me, you'll appreciate why I have to bother you. Has either of you heard of anyone, a foreign statesman of the name of Roper?
Roper, I don't think so, have we, dear?
R-O-P-A, Roper.
No.
Oh, well, if you haven't heard of him, I suppose it doesn't worry you much if he's likely to be assassinated.
What's that got to do with us?
Little patience, Mrs. Lawrence, and I think you'll see.
You did!
Yo, please.
Please. Let go!
But our child had been kidnapped. And if we spoke, we'd never see her again. It's her life against this fellow Roper's. Why should we care if some foreign statesman we'd never even heard of were assassinated?
Oh, dear God.
Had you ever heard of a place called Sarajevo? Of course you hadn't. I doubt if you'd even heard of the Archduke Ferdinand. But in a month's time, because a man you'd never heard of killed another man you'd never heard of, in a place you'd never heard of, this country was at war.
But,
Don't tell him, Bob. I'm sorry, Mr. Gibson, but we're not interested. What you've told us may be true, but our child's in danger. That comes first. It must come first. You see that, don't you?
Mrs. Lawrence, do you realize the type of man we're dealing with? Do you think they draw the line at murder? Besides, how do you know the child's alive? How do you know you haven't...
All right. Hold on a minute. Someone on the phone in the hall. It's about Betty. Switch it through here, will you? All right, I will.
Hello?
Mrs. McKenna?
Yes?
But if you tell him anything of what you know, you'll never see your child again. Just a final warning. If you think somebody's fooling you, perhaps you'd like to speak to the child yourself.
Betty!
Hank? Oh, Hank!
Just a minute. Mommy? Mommy, is that you?
Hello, my darling.
Hello, Mother. Is that you?
Are you all right?
Yes, Mommy.
Plenty to eat?
Ask her where she is.
Yes, Mommy.
Darling, where are you?
Mommy, come on, Mommy.
Darling? Betty!
Quick, come on, boys. Do you know anything about that house? What about the child?
some way through to the house.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Hey, Sarah, Sarah, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera.
Stop them firing.
I'm sorry we were gone so long, but we had to go over and pick up Hank.